going to have 6:30. We're going to start with John.
Josh Pantry, our
Josh Pantry. Josh Pantry, our favorite mailman.
My name is Josh Christian, and I live really, really far up Campbell's Creek, and most people know me as Pantry. I'm a country artist. I play country music. I've been doing it for a long time. I love to travel around. I love to sing, and I love to entertain more than anything.
From the back of the truck, he's mountain blue. Rain day, Saturday.
My two loves are playing music, riding side-by-sides, being in the woods, and just being up the creek. I love the creek. I live really far up Campbell's Creek, so I'm far enough away from the crackheads, but I'm far enough away that it's a little annoying if you need a can of snuff or a can of milk or a loaf of bread. Like you're looking at about 40 minutes. It's just me, the dogs, and my wife. No kids. We do whatever we want. It's great. I was born the middle child to a missionary Baptist preacher. I have an older sister and a younger brother, and we grew up in church. We grew up going to private school, so singing in church was a thing. I've always loved music. I always wanted to pursue music, but I didn't have a lot of confidence. I went to a small school where there wasn't a lot of people like me, and then also in a private Christian school like that, like they don't want you to be an artist. They definitely don't. They don't want you to do anything except what they tell you to do. I got paddled a lot. In 1997, my dad moved us from Dixie actually we lived in Marmette for a little while, and we came to the Upper Canal Valley, we came to Charleston, and I thought I was in the big city. About that time, I found out about Randy Moss, and Randy Moss was from the same valley that I was. I couldn't believe Randy Moss grew up right near where I'm at. Like, let's go, hometown hero. And I was enamored by Randy Moss. I wanted to be Randy Moss. Like, I wanted to be a hometown hero. That's what I want. And that's what I always strive to do, is just represent my hometown great. And I was ate up with Randy Moss, son. Growing up, I loved hunting, wrestling, and Michael Jordan. Those were the three things: hunting, wrestling, Michael Jordan. Me and my dad would always go hunting, and I always loved to kill deer and squirrel and be in the outdoors. I still love to be in the outdoors. So November 2002, I was 12 years old, and I had just killed my first deer. So the next day, I was bound and determined to kill a big buck. Well, the year before, my dad had killed a monster buck. So I wanted to kill a monster buck. So my dad takes me out, and we walk all day, and we walk all this property, and we didn't see nothing. So it starts snowing, and my dad gets under a tree, and I'm standing with him. And he says, I'm gonna go get in the stand. When it quits snowing or you're ready, come on over the hill. And that's the last thing that I remember. I don't know if I had the gun here and something hit the trigger, or I had the gun here and I went to change shoulders. Because I'm 12 years old, but I'm a big ass man already. I'm over 6 foot tall and I'm 250, but if you have kids, for reference, I'm 12 years old. So I'm just a baby. And I dropped my gun, I guess, or I picked it up wrong. So the gun goes off, but the next thing that I can remember is my dad shaking me, Josh, you shot yourself. And it was just crazy. You know, you don't expect that. And the next thing that I could see when I opened my eyes is there's gunpowder coming off my face. My face is burned. And my dad's saying, come on, get up. I can see your skull. You're gonna be fine. Like, crazy. And I stand up, and I remember I'm bleeding, and I'm so burnt, and my face is just still smoking. That gunpowder wore me out. Dad stands me up. He's like, we gotta go, we gotta walk, we gotta get out of here. So we start walking. There's no cell phones. It's 2002. So if you do have a cell phone, it probably sucks and it's not in your pocket. So we had radios, and we stopped radioing to the other guys. Like, my dad's like, you gotta come up here, bring the four-wheeler. Josh got shot. It's not working. And I realized that the headphone thing is plugged into the walkie-talkie. And I'm just asking God, like, please, just like, please let me live, Lord, please let me live. Like, I don't want to die here. And I'm begging, just take me to see my mom one more time. And I made peace with God. And I said, if you let me live, like, I'll quit listening to rap music. Because when I was 12, that's probably the worst thing that I had done. And a four-wheeler comes and gets us, and I get put into an ambulance. And the ambulance driver picks up another guy on the way to the hospital. They've never seen someone get shot in the head. So we go to Roane County General, and they make sure that I'm stable, and they said we were gonna have to go to Charleston. So about that time, they had given me some pain medicine, so I passed out. And I woke up in Charleston, and my mom was there, and I just wanted to see my mom. And it was snowing, so the cold woke me up, and my mom's there. And we go in, and the next thing I remember, they're sewing my head back together, and there's a ton of nurses. People had just never seen anything like that. Like, a kid shot himself in the head and he's essentially fine. And I had a concussion for 30 days. My brain doctor said I was 1 millimeter away from dying. And to tell that story now, I still get emotional, and I'm really, really trying to just keep emotions out of it. But when you're 12 years old and you're begging God to let you live to see 7th grade, you don't come back to 7th grade normal. After that, I just felt different. I just knew that I'm 1 millimeter away from not being here, and that drove me crazy. There's a lot of pressure on my shoulders, like, why am I here? Thank God for blessing me, but why am I here? And it really, really messed me up for a long time.